Before. Late afternoon was Caroline's favourite part of the day. Homework was done, shoes were by the front door ready for school, and a brief sense of calm descended before the bedtime rush of baths and stories. She felt no guilt about letting the girls watch TV while Jack messed around on his phone so that she could get supper ready in the kitchen. It was her little half-hour respite between 5:30 and 6 to cook and clean and stand in the warm yellow kitchen, listening to the radio and not to anyone. So, when the kitchen door opened, she steeled herself to tell whoever it was to bugger off and leave her be. But it was Agnes. "Can I help?" she asked. No, it's fine. You've had them all afternoon. Why don't you go and relax for a bit?" She looked crestfallen. Something shifted inside Caroline. The more she got to know Agnes, the younger she seemed. "Or you can come and sit with me while I sort supper out." Agnes took a seat at the breakfast bar, her fingers dancing over the marble worktop. "Can I ask something?" she said eventually, her eyes firmly planted on the floor. She wrapped a strand of hair around her finger. Knowing from previous experience with Jack that these conversations were much less painful with a focus, Caroline took a bag of potatoes out of the vegetable rack. "Of course you can," she said. "Give me a hand with these." Agnes seemed relieved. "So, what was the question?" "When Ella got upset earlier," threw a tantrum. Agnes smiled. "Yes, that. What about it?" "What do you do when she gets like that?" Caroline sat down at the breakfast bar. "You don't need to worry about that stuff, disciplining them. If they're playing up, you tell Jim or me and we'll sort it out." "I know." Agnes's neck was red. "I was wondering what you guys do, though." Why was she asking this? Something about her question felt uneasy, but Caroline sensed it was important and costing her a great deal to ask. "Well, it depends, really. If she's really upset, I'll try to talk to her about what's going on. Otherwise, if she's just pushing the boundaries to see what she can get away with, then I'll put her on a timeout. When they're older, like Jack, it's more about taking away privileges like screen time or pocket money." "You don't hit them." Caroline sat up, her muscles tensing. "No, we don't ever hit them. You haven't." No, I wouldn't. I haven't." Agnes sounded horrified. Relief flooded Caroline. She realised that she had never said that. She had never expressly forbidden any of her nannies to hit her children, just assuming they knew that in this day and age it was impossible. "Is that—" Agnes stopped. She was clearly trying to seem offhand, casual. "Is that normal, not hitting them?" Something about her tone made Caroline sure that these were questions she had been working her way up to asking. "I think so," Caroline said, trying to be measured. "Maybe when Jim and I were kids, some parents did. But surely by the time you were a child, parents weren't still—" She stopped, noticing that the potato Agnes had been peeling had slipped out of her hand. "Did your parents?" "Mum," she said. "My dad left when I was little. We don't see him anymore." "Did your mum hit you?" Agnes nodded. "Often?" She nodded again. "Darling, I'm not sure that sounds quite right. Maybe you should talk to her about it. She was on her own, had two of you. Sounds like she was under a lot of stress. She might have done things she's not proud of." "Mum is quite old-fashioned," Agnes replied, her eyes cast down. She looked nervous, as if she thought her mother might be able to hear her. "Oh?" "Catholic." Caroline sensed that she needed to change the subject for the moment, leaving the door open to come back to it. "Ah, hence Agnes." She nodded again. "I was born on St. Agnes' Day. I wish I could have been born any other day of the year. Everyone at my school laughed at it." "You don't like your name?" She raised one eyebrow. "Do you?" Caroline wasn't sure what to say. No, she didn't like it. It was heavy and old-fashioned and didn't suit this sweet, lost young woman. "Jim uses his middle name instead," she volunteered, avoiding the question. "Really?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?